Hi Lux for Less family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kanisha. If you're new, this channel is called Lux Living for Less, and on this channel we try to find tips and tricks on how to still live a fabulous lifestyle on a for less budget. So by the title you already know that in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some of, not all, but just some of my thrifted purses. Y'all, I have so many purses that I have thrifted. Some of them I don't even have anymore because I sold them, I consigned them, I redonated them. I can't keep everything. So sometimes when I purge, I get rid of things that I have because that does what? Makes room for new stuff. So I'm not going to prolong this intro. Let's get right to it. Now, the purses that I'm going to share with you are all thrifted, meaning that they were either purchased pre-loved from a consignment boutique, whether it be brick and mortar or online from a store such as the Real Real or Fashion File, or they were purchased from traditional thrift stores like the Goodwill or the store, if you're not new here, that you see me frequent all the time, called the thrift store. Now I'm going to be sharing these purses with you in no particular order, and if I can remember the price of what I paid for the purse, I'll share that with you as well. The first bag that I'm going to share with you is a bag that I thrifted from the thrift store, and it is this top handle bag by a brand called Luana, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is golden white in color and it has a metallic finish to it. It is 100% genuine leather, and like I said, it does have a top handle. Now the interesting thing about this bag is that it has two flaps here, but it almost makes it look like three because of this bottom row. But it has a flap here and then another snap flat here that opens up to the inside of the purse, and it has this pretty gold hardware that is throughout the bag. Like I said, this bag is 100% genuine leather, and when I purchased this bag, it still had the original tags on it, but the original price for the bag was torn off. The bag did come with a strap, so you can wear it as a shoulder bag, or you can wear it, crossbody if you choose. But this bag, when I looked this bag up, I believe at the time it was retailing for right around $250. And if I'm not mistaken, I got this bag for $7.99, I believe. It wasn't more than $10, I know that for sure. But it is a very unique bag, and I have almost gotten rid of this bag so many times, but every time I put it in the purge pile, I always pull it back out because it's so different. Now this bag, being the shape of it, is very reminiscent of the one of the Hermes bags. I believe it's the Birkin, or maybe it's the Kelly. I believe it's the Birkin. Child, is one of those. I don't have a Birkin or a Kelly, so y'all know what I'm talking about. The only thing different is it doesn't have the clasps that go across the front that people wear open, but it does have the top handle and it does have the box shape. It does not have a pocket on the back, which I'm okay with because it has compartments here, which it has a pretty pink inside, and it has the second compartment, well, the second and third compartments here. But I love this bag. I do carry it from time to time. I mean, it's such a very specific design that is not a lot you can wear with it, but at the same time it kind of is. I mean, I guess it kind of matches what I'm wearing today. Coincidentally, this shirt is thrifted. I thrifted this shirt years ago. That just lets you know how fashion just comes around and goes around. This is a butter yellow shirt, which is the color of the season. I thrifted this probably 4 years ago. I love this because it's sheer. It has like this maybe like a polka dot detail, but the dots on it are raised, and it's just a pretty color. You can wear it all year round. But got this from the thrift store, got this from the thrift store as well. The second bag that I'm going to share with you, this is a clutch. I purchased this from a store called City Thrift probably 6 or 7 years ago, and this bag is very reminiscent of the Tom Ford Gucci horse bit. I almost forgot what it was, but it has a very reminiscent design of the Tom Ford horse bit Gucci. I didn't thrift it at the time because of that. I thrifted it because I genuinely liked it. This is a 100% leather purse, and it has brass hardware. You can wear this as a clutch, or you could just carry it under your arm like so. This is by a brand called Reena Rich. And this bag, I don't remember because it's been so long since I purchased it. I can tell you it probably was $5 or less, especially since it was so long ago, you know, considering inflation, blah, blah, blah. This bag was not a lot of money at all. I do like the unique color of it. It's almost a cross between a cognac and a chocolate brown. I don't know what the official color is for it, but it goes with everything. It also does have a back zipper that opens up to another compartment. And I believe when I purchased this bag, it did come with the straps. Let me see if it's still in here. Yep. It has a strap where you can carry it on your shoulder, or like I said, I carry it as a clutch. So I just tuck the straps in and I just stick my hand through it like this and carry it. This is a conversation starter because of what it looks like. So people think that it's something else. Child, it ain't. It comes straight from the thrift store. But this is a very well made bag. It has the brass, what do you call these? Child, I don't know what you call them, but it has the brass detailing here, and then it has the brass hardware, and it's just a fun little bag that I also purchased from the thrift store. Now, this next bag I want to share with you is a bag that I purchased from the thrift store. It is this bag by Spade. It is 100% leather at the top, and I cannot recall what you call this. Maybe a raffia, maybe not, but it has this clasp at the front that opens to the rest of the bag, and you can see you have one compartment here, and then you have the other compartment there. It did come with a strap, so you can wear it either on your shoulder or you can wear it as a clutch. The straps are also removable, so if you want to wear it as a clutch, you totally can. Now, this bag, I generally wear this bag a lot during the summer, because during the summer I like to wear a lot of white linen, and as you can see, this bag goes perfectly with it. Now, I got this bag years ago, and if I haven't already said it, this bag was $5.99 from the thrift store. Now, just a couple of years ago, I got these shoes from Nine West. Look at how well that goes together. I mean, the Nine West shoe is a little bit different in color from the bag itself, but if you wear them, you know, you're supposed to match you're not supposed to match your shoes and your purse side by side, because they're not going to be side by side when you're wearing them. You always match them, you know, head and then toe, and then they're probably going to look the same. So these shoes go perfectly with it. It matches the gold hardware that's right here where you can keep your strap, and then there's gold hardware on the shoe. Now, if any of you are interested, I don't know if this particular style, well, this particular colorway is available still through Nine West, because I got them on a sale. I want to say I got these, ooh, they had them on sale, and then they had like an extra percentage off. I want to say I paid like $35 for these shoes, and I feel like the Reena sandal with Nine West maybe upwards of $60-70 now. Inflation, child. But this bag, love this bag, purchased it from the thrift store. The next bag I purchased from the thrift store as well. I cannot remember how much I paid for this bag, but I'm pretty sure it was less than $10. This is a coated canvas bag that has a woven detail. It's by a brand called Roto, or Roto, R-O-D-O. If you can see that. Now, this bag does have the strap to come with it, and as you can see, the store did not take off the security buzzer, so I'm sure when I was walking out this was going off. But y'all know with those Steve Madden shoes I had, they left the security sensor on it as well. I have wire cutters, I can remove it very easily. But this bag has really nice gold hardware. I mean, this is really nice hardware. It's not a true buckle, it's a snap closure, and nice size on the inside. It does have a zipper with the gold lining in the side compartment. This is a nice bag, y'all. I love this bag. It's a great summertime bag. You can wear this with a strapless dress. You can wear this with something that you're going to wear jeans. I mean, it's just a nice, fun bag. It is very well made. I've never heard of the brand Roto before, but I didn't buy it for the brand. I bought it because how I loved it. Like I said, I don't remember exactly how much this bag was, but I'm pretty sure it was less than $10. But also got this from the thrift store. The next bag that I'm going to share, I purchased from the thrift store as well. And I do remember when I purchased this, it was 75% off, the color of the day, that is. But it is this purple snake print clutch. It's not snake skin, it's just a snake print. It's not leather, it's faux leather. But this purse, it was $9.99, and I remember it was green was one of the colors that were 75% off. So I got this bag 75% off of the $10. So this bag was $2.50. It's a nice little fun bag. It doesn't require a lot to carry it because it's not that big. If you even wanted to, you probably could use this for like a little makeup bag or something. But I really did like the color. I didn't have anything this color or this colorway in my collection, especially in the clutch or a crossbody form. But I really do like this bag. $2.50 from the thrift store. The next bag that I want to share with you is this clutch. Now, this is a clutch by the brand Style & Co. And help me out, is that JCPenney or Kohl's or Macy's or something? I can't remember. It's one of those stores. But it's this silver clutch. Now, I bought this because it's so like fun. Look at it. It's almost like a tube or binocular shape, but it's just a really cool, fun purse. Now, this one, I do remember this was 50% off the color of the day that I purchased it. It was marked $7.99, so I paid $4 for it. And this does have a strap also if you wanted to carry it that way, or you could just carry it this way, and it's just a hand clutch. I mean, if you wanted to carry it under your arm, you could. I personally would not. I would only carry it in my hand. Now, as you can see, because of the size of this, she ain't gonna hold much, child. She's not even gonna hold your phone. So whatever you want to take, you really have to be thoughtful and intentional, because this is a bag just to look cute. It's not a bag for practical purposes at all. But for $4, it's a nice clutch, especially if you're going to like an evening wedding or an evening event or a cocktail hour event, something that would require you to just dress a little bit more formal. This would be perfect. When I was sourcing those dresses for the girls for prom, I almost gave them this bag, and I decided not to because I found them another bag in the thrift store. So I was able to keep this one, but got this for $4 from the thrift store. Now, this next bag is a vintage piece. It's a vintage clutch, and I got this from a store that is no longer open. It's called, or it was called, Community Hospice. I absolutely loved that store. I was so sad when they closed because the things that they had in that store were so nice. Most of the things were vintage, and I just absolutely loved it because it was very it was priced very respectfully. And like I said, the things that you found in there, I was just sad about it when they closed. But I got this little vintage clutch from the Community Hospice. Now, the Community Hospice has been closed at least 3 years, and I know I got this bag probably 2 years before that, so I've had her for a while. But look at the detail on it, y'all. Look at the beading that the bag has. Definitely a vintage piece. I mean, even some of the gold hardware is tarnishing, but overall it's still in good condition. It has a satin lining, and then it has a strap if you wanted to carry it on your shoulder. Y'all, when I saw this bag, I said this bag is so Carrie Bradshaw / Joan Clayton, because you know they were known for carrying small little petite bags, but small little petite bags that pack a bold statement. And Carrie Bradshaw especially, she loved carrying a vintage piece. Y'all can remember on the last episode of Sex and the City where she had that vintage beaded clutch, and the inside of the satin lining was torn all up, and it was torn up to the point where that's where she found her Carrie necklace that she thought she'd lost because it slid down in her purse. That's this. The bag does have some good weight to it. It's not heavy, but it does have good weight. So I don't know, what year this bag is from. It doesn't even have the name of the person that made the bag. The only thing it says is that it was handmade. Doesn't say where, it doesn't say by whom, but love this bag. I probably would never get rid of it because it's such a unique piece, but got this from the Community Hospice. This next bag is not a bag for everybody. And when I thrifted this bag, I said the same thing. I got this bag from the thrift store. I can't remember how much I paid, but I do know that this bag was one of my more expensive bags that I thrifted. I want to say this bag was like $20. I'm pretty sure it was like $20, but here it is. Now this bag has genuine Swarovski crystals. Is that how you say it? Throughout the bag, front and back. It does have these silver feet, and it has this leather strap, and then it has this kiss lock detail at the top. Now, I have carried this bag. I carried this bag to the Tina Turner Broadway production that we had here maybe a year or two ago, and I had on a mauve colored top, and I had on blue pants, and then the shoes I had mauve and blue. And then I carried this bag because it had a lot of the same colors going throughout. I mean, y'all, look at this bag. This bag is by a brand called Little Earth, and it has a velvet lining. Now, I told you all I've carried this bag. Here's the straw from the last time I carried it when I went to the production, but it has a velvet lining. This is a very nice bag, and like I said, it is not a bag for everybody, but I like it because it's so unique. Now, I did think about taking this to my cobbler and having him remove this and have me just to be able to carry it as a clutch, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep the bag in its original state just in case I do want to sell it at some point. When I looked at this bag, I want to say this bag was selling for a couple of $100s. I have not looked at it since then, but it is a very unique, very Asian inspired bag, especially with the koi fish. But those crystals, y'all, it just really does something to the bag. And like I said, it's the same design with the crystals front and back. But I got this bag, like I said, this was one of the more expensive bags that I thrifted from the thrift store, coming in at $19, may as well say $20. Now this next bag is a bag that I thrifted from the thrift store, and I remember when I thrifted this bag was $4.99, a whole $5, and when I did a Google search for price comparison, this bag was selling for $4.25 at the time. I thrifted this bag about 2 years ago, but it is this bag by the brand Eugenia Kim. And like I said, $5 is what I paid for the bag, but $4.25 is what the price comparison was on the bag. Now, who in their right mind is paying $425 for a straw bag? I don't know. That's not my business. So I kept it moving. But the only thing that was wrong with the bag is that it had a little bit of scratching right here. I mean, that wasn't enough to deter me from getting the bag, but this is a great beach bag. I mean, I don't know about the longevity of this bag, especially with it being straw, but I have carried this bag one time, and I carried it with an all white really flowy dress that I don't have anymore, and it looked really good. But this will be a great beach bag, and I wouldn't mind carrying it to the beach because I only spent $5 for it. But certainly if somebody spent $4.25 for this bag, it probably wouldn't be on the beach. But hey, I got it for $4.99, $5 from the thrift store. The next bag that I'm going to share is also a straw bag. Now, I got this bag from Goodwill. This bag is one of my most beloved finds. It is by a brand that is no longer around, called The Limited. Let me see if I can open it far enough for y'all to see the tag. Otherwise, you're just gonna take my word for it. But it's from The Limited. This bag has a wooden handle. I love this bag so much. I have carried it a few times, not as many times as I've liked. This bag was only $7.99. I got this bag years ago, probably 5 years ago now. It's so big, and it will fit almost any outfit that you pair it with. Jeans, wide leg trousers, linen, a dress, shorts, whatever, you name it, this bag is going to pair well. Now, I had some friends that were like, hey, if you ever get rid of that bag, let me know. Yeah, I won't be getting rid of her, but I got this for $7.99 from Goodwill. Now, the next bag that I'm going to share with you is a bag that I purchased from a thrift store called Hope's Closet. I have taken you all with me to Hope's Closet a time or two. I don't make an intentional effort to go to Hope's Closet because it's kind of a distance away from my house. However, if I'm on that side of town, then I will, stop into the thrift store to see what they have. Hope's Closet is a store that is connected to a churches here called 1122, and they have different churches on different sides of town. And wherever there's a church of 1122, there's a Hope's Closet either on the same property or not very far away. So this purse, which is this purse that I purchased from Hope's Closet, you all were with me when I purchased this. This bag was only $12. Now this bag has a nice little background. It was made by a gentleman called Jorge, and he said that he learned how to weave bags while he was in prison. And this is one of the bags that he created. Now this bag, y'all, looks very high end. This bag looks very Colt Gaia, especially the handles of the bag. Even I would even say I can see this being carried by Jacques Mus. It just has that element of the designs from both of those fashion houses. It does have these two snap closures that wrap around the front of the bag to the back of the bag. And you just, snap them in place on either side. One here, and then it does have the snap closure where it opens to the inside. I've not cut off the tag or zip tie on the bag, so I haven't carried this yet. But again, this is a summertime bag that you can carry with any outfit. You can wear this with jeans, you can wear this with a dress, you can wear this with shorts. You can wear this pretty much anytime, anywhere you want. But this bag is a bag that I purchased from Hope's Closet for $12. Now the next bag that I'm going to share with you is a bag that I also purchased from the thrift store. This is a clutch. This is a larger clutch, and it's a slouchier clutch. It's by Steve Madden. And I purchased this from the thrift store. I remember purchasing this bag. It was 50% off. It was marked $7.99, so I got it for $4. That day, red was one of the colors of the day. Y'all know that clutches like this, especially slouchy ones, child, at one point, and maybe they still are, all the rave. Like I said, the girls were carrying this under their arms. Now, y'all know that Coach has that kiss lock on. It's not slouchy like this, but it's more structured, but you get what I'm saying. It has a ruche detail right here, or I think Dion Dean calls it like a dumpling effect. It does have a strap, so if you want to carry it as a crossbody or shoulder bag, you definitely can. But this bag, it has a neutral tone to it, so like my other bags, you can definitely wear this with anything. Now this bag did have some marking, or it does have some marking right here. I have not tried to get it off, but it doesn't seem like anything that will be permanent. So whenever I try to wear her, then I'm sure I'll, do what I can to get it off, or I'll just wear it backwards where you can't see any markings. I mean, that works too, right? But I got this for $4. This Steve Madden clutch, got it for $4 from the thrift store. The next bag that I purchased is a bag that I also purchased from the thrift store. You see there's a running theme here. The thrift store, just as a little side note, they don't really have quality bags like they used to. I mean, you can find them if you dig, or if you're lucky to, get there when they're putting them out. But I used to be able to go into the thrift store and come out with the bag every time, guaranteed quality leather piece, but not so much anymore. It's kind of like a hit or miss. But this bag, this is a bag. Look at it, y'all. It's so pretty. It's by a brand called Topony or Topony, however you say that. It is 100% genuine leather. And look at the size of this. I love big bags. If you all didn't know that about me, I like big bags. This bag does have feet, and it has 5 feet. Normally you only see 4, but this bag has 5 feet. It has this beautiful woven detail, very Bottega inspired. And then it has silver hardware. The bag does have a strap that you can wear if you so chose to wear it as a crossbody or shoulder bag. Bags this size, I only like them to be a top handle, or I can carry it on my arm as such. The camera is not doing this bag any justice, because the way it looks in person, the way it feels in person, I mean, look at the detail, how it's a different woven shape that starts out smaller right here, and then it goes to a bigger pattern. This is a very beautiful bag. Like I said, 100% genuine leather. Now this bag was about $20 as well, just as much as one of the other bags that I showed you. But for the quality of this bag, if a designer slapped their name on it, this bag will cost you hundreds and upon hundreds of dollars, I guarantee. But I love this bag. I've only carried it once since I had it, but I'm going to do my best to put this in rotation. This is another bag that I probably will never get rid of. This bag actually still had the tags on it when I purchased it. It didn't have the original price tag because sometimes in the thrift store they'll tear it off, or either the person that donates it tears it off. But they had it marked for $19.99, $20, and I purchased it, and I just love it so much. The next bag that I'm going to share with you is a bag that I purchased when I went to Paris in 2023. I went to Paris and I visited 2 thrift shops while I was there. And one of the thrift shops, I purchased this bag. This is a Geiger bag. It's a tweed style, but it almost looks like it's denim, but it's tweed. I purchased this bag for €80. I don't even know what the conversion at the time of that was, but I purchased this bag from that thrift store in Paris. And what I did was, this bag, actually the straps on this bag, they're long, and I just took a zip tie and tied it right there to make the strap shorter so that I can carry it as a top handle. But because the zip tie is not permanent, you could just cut it off, child, and just, you know, wear it long if you like. It does have 2 compartments, 1 and 2, and then a third if you count that. But this bag is very unique. I have not seen this bag anywhere else. I tried to look for it, and I've not seen this bag here anywhere else in the States, but I got it from a little thrift store in Paris for €80. I really do like this bag, y'all. Next bag that I'm going to share is a more recent purchase. You all were with me when I purchased this bag. This is a leather bag I purchased from the thrift store. Now, I love the detail on this bag. First of all, it's leather. Secondly, it's in excellent condition. It has feet on the bottom. And the pretty thing and the great thing about this bag was marked $11.99. This bag was 50% off when I purchased it, so I purchased it for $6. But y'all, just look at the detail on the bag. It is by a brand called Cavina. It's by a brand called Cavina. And it is 100% leather, 100% genuine leather. And whoever had this bag, they couldn't have carried it very much, if at all, because look at it, y'all. There's no wear or anything on the bag. And let me see, does it come with the straps? Nope, it does not have the straps, but that is perfectly okay because I wouldn't have worn it with the straps anyway. But love this bag. Look at all of the compartments. It has one here, 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 here. It does not have any on the other side of the bag, but it's a top handle. It has this knot detail on either side. Beautiful, beautiful bag. This is another bag that if it had a designer name on it, you can rest assured that this bag will cost you a ton of money, because you know that's what they do. These designers, they don't charge you for the quality, they charge you for their name. But you know, got this bag for $6, but you know, that's neither here nor there, but got this bag for $6 from the thrift store. The next bag that I'm going to share with you, this is a more luxe purchase, I guess you can say. I purchased this bag from a consignment boutique here called Fifi's, and it is this mini Tom Ford horse bit clutch. Now this is a vintage Tom Ford. This bag, I want to say, is from the 2001 Tom Ford collection, and it is their mini baguette. Now, just for comparison's sake, here is the thrifted Reena Rich bag that I told you that was very reminiscent of the Tom Ford horse bit. This is an actual Tom Ford horse bit, and you can see how very similar they look. I mean, look at that. That's why sometimes when I'm out and I carry this, when I did carry it, people mistook this for a Tom Ford horse bit Gucci. It is actually not. This does have a strap if you wanted to carry it as such. It is rose gold in color, and I've carried this a couple of times, and when I've carried it, I've just carried it, you know, like this, and that was it, because it's not very big at all, but it is a vintage piece. I do love this bag. When I purchased this, it came with the certificate of authenticity. It also came with the Gucci dust bag, and I love it. This bag, y'all, was $1,100. Now, when I first saw this bag in the store, I walked away from this bag and thought about it for 3 days, because I did not want to make an $1,100 impulse purchase that I would wake up the next day and be like, oh my God. But I said, okay, if I walk away and I think about it and I go back to get it, if it's still there, then I'll get it. And that's what I did. The interesting thing about when I purchased this bag, the lady that consigned the bag, she consigned a lot of her other vintage bags as well. And one of those bags was a Christian Dior saddle bag from the John Galliano collection. Y'all, that bag was so pretty. I almost purchased that bag, but by the time I went back to get this one, that bag had already been purchased. If I can find a picture, I will insert it so that you can see it, but it was a floral print design, very unique. I mean, just beautiful bag. But this bag was the only one that was left when I was there. So like I said, I walked away, thought about it for 3 days, and when I went back to purchase it, it was there. This is another one that I don't think I'll ever get rid of, because it's such a classic piece, albeit very small. It is vintage, and it's from the Tom Ford collection. Y'all know that Tom Ford era of Gucci was one of their best times at Gucci. I mean, if you know, you know. The next bag that I want to share with you is a thrifted find that I purchased from Poshmark, and it is this Fendy spy bag. Now, generally, you all know I do not like items that are logoed out. I just really don't like it, but I always tag a little disclaimer to say, if it's done right, then I don't mind. This is one that I feel is kind of done right. I mean, it is a little loud, but it's all one color basically, and it's not like in your face blinged out and all of that stuff. I purchased this from Poshmark. The seller had it listed for 800 and something. I offered her 6 and she accepted it. Now, if you saw the journey of when I got this bag, then you know the whole debacle of what happened. I actually purchased another bag from Poshmark, and when it got to me, it was not in the condition that it was listed at online. So Poshmark refunded me my money, and they dealt with the seller. And then I started looking again, and I saw this one, and I was like, I want to pay what I paid or less for the bag that I had to return. Like I said, she had it listed for 8. I offered her 6 and she took it. This did come with a Fendy dust bag. It did go through Poshmark's authentication process, and I like this bag because of this spy bag in particular. It has the lipstick case right here, and this right here is supposed to be a mirror, so that if you're putting on your lipstick that you put into the lipstick case, you can look in the mirror and you can use that to apply your lipstick. Whatever. The bag was in really good condition. It did have a little bit of signs of wear, but nothing that was substantial. This bag is, I don't know what year this bag is from, but like I said, it is called a Fendy spy bag. Rihanna carried this bag. She kind of brought this style back to life when she started carrying it. This little twilly that you see, the seller tied this on there. I just never removed it. I've only carried this bag twice, but when I carry this bag, I do get a lot of compliments, people asking me where I get it. And I don't flex with my bags. If I thrifted it, I say I thrifted it. If I purchased it secondhand, I'm going to tell you from where I purchased it secondhand. And I was glad to say Poshmark. But I got this for $600 from Poshmark. The next bag that I want to share with you is also a clutch. I purchased this from Goodwill, and this is very Bottega inspired. It's not leather or anything. It's just a black faux leather woven bag. It does have feet. It does not have a clasp at the top, but it is just a nice bag. It's by established 1840 or established 1946. Is that Kohl's or Target? It's one of those retail department stores. But what I like about this bag is look how it opens, how structured it is. It opens and closes. It's just not gonna open and just fall flat. It actually has some structure about it. This also is a slouchy bag. It does have a strap here if you wanted to carry it as a shoulder bag or a crossbody, but most people who have clutches, they carry them, you know, under their arm. The straps are removable, so if you wanted to just discard them altogether, you could. And love this bag. I've not carried this bag just yet, but I know that I will. This bag, I believe when I purchased it from Goodwill, it was 40% off or something like that. And I think I got it maybe for $7 or $5. It was something very inexpensive, but it's a very nice bag. Like I said, it's not leather, but it has a very Bottega inspired look about it. One might mistake it for leather if they, you know, was really being that nosy, but I love this bag. Got it from Goodwill. Last but not least is a bag that I purchased from the thrift store, and it is also a clutch. The difference with this one is it has a satin look about it, but it also has like the dumpling gathering right here. Now this one has a really pretty strap. It has a gold and black strap. It almost reminds you of something that you would see on like a Chanel bag. The bag was $12.99, but y'all, when I got this bag, I distinctly remember it was 75% off of the $12.99. As you can see, the tag is still on it. I have not carried it yet. This bag was originally sold at Chico's, but for 75% off of $12.99, I was not leaving it there. You can take this bag from day to night very easily. I mean, without any problem whatsoever. Very elegant bag. I love it. I love it. I love it. Not much more to say about it other than got it from the thrift store. Well, that is all the bags that I want to share with you today. If I share with you all of the bags that I have thrifted, child, we would be here all day. And like I said, some of the bags that I have thrifted, I have since purged, I have sold, I have redonated, I have given away, because like I said, you can't keep everything. If I did, girl, I would need a much bigger house, okay? And my husband ain't trying to hear that, especially right now. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments which bag was your favorite. I love to hear your feedback and your opinion. I will be sharing more thrifted finds with you. I think maybe the next thing that I'll share with you all are shoes that I have thrifted, because I have some really good shoes. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Luxlivingfor_less. And I'll see you guys and gals in the next video. Bye, y'all.